Hello and
Welcome
welcome
to.
Mr. and Mrs. in Business podcast.
I thought we were going to do you do a word, I do a word.
Oh, sorry.
Should we try again? Welcome
To
the
Mr.
and
Mrs.
in
Business.
podcast.
Ooh, that was dragged out, wasn't it?
I just wanted to be involved. I'm never involved in that part. You always just swoop in and
Oh.
take over it. And,
Well, we can take it in turns. Don't get
there's
upset,
two people in
darling.
this podcast, not just one.
Yes, there is a Mr. and a Mrs.
So I'm going to, Mr. and Mrs., including the title.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You got
Mrs.
upset last
Butler.
time. No, but you got upset
I know, but it always
last
sounds like
time,
I'm saying
so-
it to a school when you say it. So I have to apologise in advance.
Oh.
I'm a bit moody today.
Oh.
Yeah. Mr. Butler's a bit moody today. I feel rotten, and I've felt rotten for about 2 months, and I'm getting sick and tired. There's all these things going around,
dear.
isn't
I
there?
know it's lingering.
Lingering.
The lurgy is lingering.
That's like a onomatopoeia thing in something to do with school. That's it, yeah. So that's why I've got my water in hand. So I've got dry throat, I'm coughing, I'm snuffling, I'm snorting, all sorts.
Get the violins out. Mm.
That's
Always
not very
worse
nice,
for men,
is it?
isn't it?
Well, it is actually. I don't feel like that's very sympathetic. I think that you're mocking me. So yeah, just apologise in advance if I'm coughing and spluttering. I'm trying. We were going to film this a couple of days ago in the hope it would get better, and I've got a bit better, but just can't shift it. You had it for a few weeks. I've had it for a few weeks. Everyone we're speaking to has had these things for weeks. And I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of a Victor Meldrew moment.
Oh dear. Oh God. And then I've got to go home to this as well.
I'm fed up of this weather.
Oh, I know. I've got to agree with that.
I mean, if you're listening to this a few months later, right now it is miserable, wet, cold, storms.
Yeah.
You name it, we're having it.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I know.
I'm desperate for the sunshine.
I'm ready for a bit of spring in my step.
I'm ready for the typical British thing. First sign of sun, barbecue out, shorts on, vest on, even though it's only 3 degrees outside. But the sun's out, so the British will celebrate.
Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So,
Hopefully it won't be long. I mean, when the sun shines, it's nice, isn't it? But
yeah, but you want a bit of warmth.
it's a little bit chilly.
It is a bit chilly. We were talking about we need a bit of warmth now. And we need a bit of sun, don't we? I mean, we only had a holiday, 3 months ago, 4 months ago? But boy,
November. So not even 3 months.
So this is going to sound really ungrateful, but it seems like forever ago.
I know, but everyone says Christmas feels like forever ago. So,
And
we've
then-
just got the straggling chocolates left. I noticed today we've just got the coconuts left.
Oh, is that what you were taking the picture of this morning? She walks out this morning at 6:30 in the morning. She comes down. No, at 6 o'clock. She comes down.
Yeah,
Half asleep as she does, fumbling around.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I just this tray of Ferrero Rocher appear
Being stolen.
with a camera. I'm like, what
Where
are
you
you
going
doing?
with them? I
And
was like, don't worry.
she's like, nothing. Snapping and taking and moving them. So that's what you were doing. You were
doing my little
snapping
snap.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyone else got all those coconut chocolates left?
The rejects.
Yeah, but we've got a couple of people in the family and at work that like the coconut
Yeah.
ones.
Luckily
so
for
we
them.
can now bring them in. Now we've had the next
Yeah.
ones.
Now there's all the rejects left. They can be passed around.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels like forever ago. And January is like these 600 days of the year, isn't it?
Oh, literally, especially
it's
because it's our son's
never
birthday as
ending.
well. So we've just had his birthday party as well, and then it's like, sweet Jesus, when are we getting paid?
Yeah, like why does January feels like so
Yeah.
long?
Well, you were saying, weren't you? We get you get paid a little bit before the end of the month in December,
Normally
don't you?
just before Christmas, isn't it?
So it
So it's
is
that
actually
extra
5
week.
weeks, isn't it? And it feels like 17.
But even if you take the pay out of it, it just seems like January just goes
Yeah.
on and on
Yeah.
and on.
Ready for Pancake Day now and Valentine's Day.
We don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, do we? Although I've got that look
Well, that's a
that
great
says we
excuse,
should have, we
isn't
should be
it?
celebrating.
No, you said this last year, and I said if you can't show your love on the 14th of Valentine's Day more than ever, then it's a bloody shame.
And I think I followed up with something along the lines of, if you have to wait until the 14th of February to show your love for somebody, then you're doing it wrong.
Okay, well, bring it on each week then. I'm sorry.
I show you my love every day.
Victor Meldrew, your words.
Right. I just need a minute.
You said it, your words.
So today,
Yeah, it was a bit about you last time and your expertise,
all about me,
wasn't
myself, and I,
Mm.
right?
it? And now, this week, it's a bit more about my passion for fashion.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. We should have a little jingle there.
Passion for fashion.
Maybe not.
No. Yeah, no, I mean, I'd love to talk about it. I could literally talk about it all day. So I
Well-
am going to have to be aware of the timings
Yeah, because you
today.
also like to ramble
I
as
waffle.
well.
I can waffle.
waffle, ramble,
Mm.
all those different words that just describing basically you talking nonsense. Filler
That's
words.
it.
You love filler
Oh,
words.
yeah, if you check a letter of mine
Yeah.
or an email, he's like, "Why have you put all those extra words in?" And I'm like, "Because it
It makes
frills it
yeah,
up."
but it doesn't makes you look
But
like
it
you don't
is
know what they
just
mean.
like, and because therefore it was the Friday afternoon,
Thereafter.
nicely.
Nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like 6 extra words that don't need to be in there. That just are pointless.
Oh dear. But yeah, so yeah, probably need to improve on that. So yeah, totally need to be aware of timings today. But I just think it's just I don't know. I just there's so many different elements to what you wear and how you feel. It is actually so incredible. And it was because I saw a post last week about somebody talking about a female politician's appearance and how she looked haggard and unprofessional. And I don't know the politician. I'm not big on politics. I try and, not get too involved because of the blood pressure rates. But I just thought, how dare people? It just is such a normal thing to comment on women's appearance, and it just doesn't seem to be men's appearance.
Okay.
And I just think, hold on. Fellow going through perimenopause here, hormones all over the place, weight all over the place. And I'm sorry, give us a goddamn break. You know?
I feel like this is aimed at me. I didn't say anything on that, I promise. I promise. Like, you're staring at me as you're saying this. I'm thinking, what have I said?
The
What have I
camera's
done?
there for your protection.
I need security.
But no, I just think it's mad. And then last night, just to prove my point, out of interest, I Googled.
Oh, God, this is something else about me, isn't it?
No, it
Oh,
doesn't involve you,
God.
darling.
I'm scared what's going to
Um,
come out.
I Googled fashion mistakes. Um, Not one man.
Really?
Not one man. All women looking stunning in beautiful dresses, I might add. I mean, most of them were celebrities, of course,
Right.
on the red carpet in fabulous dresses that just, I don't know, were a bit quirky or the wrong colour. And yeah, they probably would look they would look better. I mean, we've all commented on people's outfits. I'm not going to pretend I haven't. But I just thought, wow. I think it was the worst 50 dressed. None were men. None were
That's
men.
really interesting because
Yeah.
you hear about these things where I suppose this comes back to a little bit of sexism, right?
Mhm.
In that,
Yeah.
uh, but because I suppose I'm not on the receiving end of it, I've never really. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever been sexist, but yeah, I've not. I'm really surprised by it. Or I
Yeah.
thought there'd been a few men in there. I'm really
No,
surprised by
they
that.
were within the picture of the group, but no comments on their shit outfit.
But they're
Their
fluctuating weight.
receding
Yeah,
hairline.
their beer belly.
Yeah. Thank you very much. They just get away with it.
Isn't that interesting?
And it's just so interesting. Oh, she wore that. Like they do it with Kate, the Royal Kate.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
she wore this dress 4 years ago at blah blah event.
Who gives a
They
fuck?
wouldn't know if Prince Charles or Harry. They wouldn't dream of saying he
They-
wore the same shirt and suit.
Well, he probably does wear the same suit, just his tie that changes.
Probably worn it time and time again.
Probably doesn't
And
wash it.
we're not going to pick up on that. So I just thought it is madness how we are more criticised about what females wear.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we do take more. If we're going to, for argument's sake, we take a lot more. Although maybe I'm being sexist, but generally we take more time in choosing what we're going to wear because we know we are going to. More celebrities are going to be under scrutinised more.
I
But
disagree with that now. I think it depends on generation. Yeah,
yeah,
you
I think
hear a lot about this the young ones.
yeah,
Um,
ageist.
yeah, that take the blokes. I mean, we watched
Mm.
First Dates, the Tina version the other day.
Oh yeah, I
And there was
love
a lad on
watching that.
there. He was a nice lad.
Yeah.
And he said it takes him an hour and a half to get
Oh
ready.
yeah.
And then the presenter who was the person that was interviewing him, the female, said that's longer than I take. So
Not interviewing him. It was a date. It's
no,
not
yeah,
an interview.
no. When they did the behind the scenes bit,
Ah,
and so the
right.
lady behind the camera that you never see
Right,
asked
sorry.
questions like, "Would you date them again?"
Yeah.
He said, "How long? It took me an hour and a half to get ready."
Yeah,
She said,
yeah,
"That's
yeah.
longer than I take."
Yes.
So I disagree. I think it depends on the
Yeah.
well, not even age
That would give me
anymore.
the
But
ick though. I just like,
not
bit,
me,
bit
just
make
not making effort.
Yeah, 2-minute job. Wham bam done.
Not in everything in life. We're talking about getting dressed.
No, yeah, I meant getting ready. I wouldn't want my partner to take
Oh,
longer
God.
than me.
Yeah.
But So yeah, it was. I like watching that one.
Which
Teen
one?
dates. What is it? Teen dates.
Teen First Dates or something
Yeah,
like that?
first dates with the teens. Oh, there's so many cringe moments. Um, but yeah, so you are, yeah, and going back to that, you are prejudged on what you wear. And you don't actually necessarily realise how much it does impact everything. You know, well, I had a different top and a jacket on just from work, and I said, I'll go do the pod. And you were like, but why would you have a jacket on? It's just interesting because
Oh, no,
what?
hold on.
No, like how much you think about what you're wearing.
Hmm,
No, maybe you wouldn't wear a jacket inside, but if you're a bit cold, you would. It's just related back to what you wear so much.
hmm,
Like, oh no, I can't put that picture up. I look a chav. I've got my joggers on. You know, you
right.
instantly see certain clothing and relate it to a moment, or like you say, "Oh, I won't go to work in my tracksuit. I'd look a
Hmm,
chav," or
right.
it's not appropriate,
Hmm.
and you wouldn't go to the gym in your suit because you'd look a twat. Um,
Say it as it is.
it's just not appropriate, is it?
Yeah.
So, just highlighting how important what you wear is. I mean, of course, we all know that you wouldn't wear a suit to the gym, but um, you would change your outfit dependent on the type of person that you were meeting for a business meeting and stuff like that, wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah, no, I agree.
mm,
What do you think about people that wear sunglasses inside?
oh no, 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 I'm sorry.
No.
Unless you've just had laser eye surgery. My parents have had that done
Yeah.
and they had to wear sunglasses for a period of time. But unless you've
I
had
don't
the laser eye surgery, no.
I don't get the whole sunglasses inside, and I also don't get, uh, it's like -3 outside,
Mm,
and this is a true story.
true
Uh,
story.
about a week ago, it was -3, -4 outside, in the minus figures for sure,
Mm.
and there's a guy walking down the high street with shorts and a
Oh,
T-shirt on. I mean, a
mm,
youngish lad, he looked very cool, other
cold,
than the fact it was freezing cold, so he looked cool/stupid,
freezing.
but why?
Well, there are a lot of people that are short wearers, aren't there? A lot of our customers at Thread Pixel, they wear shorts all year round.
I can't do it, my legs will get too
There
cold.
are a lot of those people, like they were saying, there was actually I was reading actually an article about um, a lot of postmen only wear shorts because if your legs get wet and it's terrible having the wet
But I
trousers
understand that because they're constantly
and they're
on the
moving a
moving, so
lot and
they are
getting
gonna be
hot.
generating a lot of heat.
Yeah, so
But
it
just to
does.
walk to the shops,
Well, he might
I
have been
mean,
to
to me,
work.
I don't get it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, there's
I'd
always
rather
that
stand
person
in
because
my
there's even
grandad
some lads
jeans.
in our son's class at school who were like, 10 years old who wear shorts all year round, and you're like, you're going to be that person that wears shorts all the time.
It's weird. It's
Just
weird to
don't
me.
feel the cold on your legs because 'cause they're always moving around or
So how do you think then,
yeah.
what you wear, how do you think that impacts work? So we talk about like how people
Mhm.
visually see. So what do
Yeah.
you think then? So if we refer it or relate it back to I'm at work and
Mm.
I'm wearing clothes, how do other people see you in that respect, do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, I put a post up on LinkedIn today just saying, on a Monday morning, um, it's funny, quite a few of the team would often come in the chunky, snuggly hoodie that we've got
Right.
that
The
we
crossover thing.
Yeah, we've got the chunky crossover hoodie because it's nice and snuggly. It's Monday morning, you want to be in bed, and it just makes you feel so snuggly and it eases you into the day.
Hmm.
However, if we've got people coming into the showroom for a meeting, or we're going to a meeting to see your client where they've got, more smart attire for the office, me rocking up in a hoodie, it's not going to sit right. So
Okay.
I would definitely change that for different layers of clothing because somehow you just don't feel like you would give that professional look.
Hmm.
Whereas if I've got a meeting at a leisure centre, with the gym partner in particular, then a hoodie might be more appropriate. So
So you've got to read who is you're seeing and the
yeah,
environment that you're in.
100%. But like I've had meetings recently with customers that you know you do have to differentiate your warehouse team or your offsite team and your office team wearing different things. They're going to be more comfortable in different clothing. Like
Hmm.
a fitted soft shell for a moving around warehouse team is just not going to work.
Right.
Whereas your sales team in the office need that smarter look.
Hmm.
They might want a comfy fleece to sit at the office, to sit at the table with. But when they're out and about, it just doesn't give the right look if they're wearing the thick hoodie that the warehouse are wearing.
Hmm.
So it is just like being more open-minded to that. It's quite insightful, really, that, sometimes you just do what you've always done, don't you? Um, like over the past few years, I've definitely noticed businesses changing from having polo shirts and sweatshirts for everybody to, knitwear with a zipped neck that looks really smart, but it's really stretchy, so it's really comfy. Washes well, is great. Um, and yeah, without sounding sales pitchy, it just is. It's really changed, and people are having a variety of items for their staff, so that they're wearing stuff that they would choose to wear. There's
That's
no
the
point.
important bit,
Yeah,
isn't it?
there's no point in investing in workwear for the team if it's nasty products that don't fit them right, that don't display your brand the way you want to be represented as a
Mhm.
business.
And actually, you could argue that if it's something that this staff member is likely to or wants to wear, they're more likely then to wear it outside of work, which is extra promotion and branding.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. As long as they're not in the pub 10 pints later,
well,
because that has been
yeah,
an issue.
yeah.
So
Good
yeah,
point. Well made,
just
Barbara.
need to be careful of that one.
Don't give it to the alcoholic.
Yeah. Just put that on the inside,
Yeah.
the logo for
Inside
them.
out. Inside out.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. When you're out and about to the shops being noticed, it's amazing how many times that correlation has been made and they're like, I've just seen your car
Yeah.
outside. You do the workwear. So it's just that relation to your logo and it all tying together and yeah, getting it out and about.
I think it also can help your impact in terms of how you feel as well. So
Yeah.
I know that if I wear, I mean, I used to always wear a suit in my previous roles. Well, not always, but anyway. And I haven't worn a suit now for oh, probably 8 years.
You wouldn't worn a suit, really.
8 years, 9 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
So if I put on a suit now, I would feel very empowered,
Yeah.
very important.
Mm,
Um, whereas normally now I just wear clothes that are a bit more comfy because I'm not massively client facing. Or if I'm out
yeah.
doing a video where you have to be
Oh, yeah. Gotta have
wearing
that
comfortable,
movement.
yeah,
Gotta have the stretch in
I
those
need the stretch.
trousers,
Yeah, yeah. Make sure I've got
stretch in that jean.
high waisted pants on because otherwise I see the builder's bum. Um, so yeah, but
Mm,
depending on what I wear will depend on also my mood and how I'm feeling. And there's some
mm.
stats, isn't there, around like something is so many percentages visual and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, so, over 50%, you will judge someone. We're all told by our parents, we're all told each other, "Don't judge a book by its cover." But sadly, most of us do,
Hmm.
and it's really hard not to. I think you get to an age where you think, "No, I've got to be open-minded," but for that first split second, you can't help it. So over 50% of that
That's a
first
lot.
judgment is visual. Then it's what they're saying, how they're speaking. Are they talking really softly or are they talking and shouting at you? That eye contact, that listening. I've had meetings with people where I've been talked at
Hmm.
and then I'm trying to talk and I know I can talk, but I haven't got a word in. Hello. But maybe I've been that person at times, but I really, and then, yeah, it's the words that you use. If people are using jargon that you don't understand, are you going to cut off on? Are you going to feel inferior? Are you going to feel like you can build a relationship with that
Hmm.
person? So it's all these factors are a big thing when you're meeting people, really. Like, yeah, I mean, you get. I'm getting to a stage now where if I don't fully understand something, I'm just going to say I'm really sorry. I don't quite understand what that
But
means.
you have to, right? Because
Um,
you look more stupid by saying, "Yeah, yeah, yeah,"
yeah,
and then they say so, and then they ask you a question, and you're like,
yeah.
"Oh, well,
Well,
what
what
was
it
it?
was
Sorry."
was so when you said blah
Yeah,
blah,
what does that mean?
did you? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you're much better off by saying, "Sorry, what's that?" Because
yeah.
a lot of times, people make up acronyms and stuff as well.
Well, I can't even remember the example now, but it was yeah, that was it. I told you about it. It was retro that um filling the houses to make them warmer to keep the warm in, and it was just a lingo that they'd
Right, dunno.
started using within the industry, and I had to say to her, I'd never met her before, but she was lovely, and I said, "I'm really sorry, I don't know what this means," and she was like, "Oh." God, yeah, I do apologise." And that was fine. She didn't make me feel stupid. She
Yeah.
explained it properly. Um, but yeah, you've got to sort of be able to relate with that person and
Hmm.
build that relationship. Um, so yeah, 50% of it is judged by what you wear, and
Which is true, though, isn't it? Because if you said there you don't judge a book by its cover, but let's be brutally honest here. Let's use
yeah,
a situation that we've most likely all been in,
mm,
dating.
yeah,
Now, before the days of internet, the way you dated was you went to a pub or a
yeah,
bar and you
down
saw
in the
a girl
clubs.
or a guy on the other side of the room. You're like, hey,
Yeah,
the old Joey.
smooth.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm busy.
Malarkey.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was the normal response I got. Um, but for you to do that, let's be
Yeah.
honest, there has to
Oh
be an
yeah.
initial attraction.
Yeah,
Now, I'm not
especially
saying that
then.
that doesn't wear off and there's not other things then that come
Yeah.
into play, but
Mm.
initially, if you don't like the look of somebody or fancy
Yeah.
them or whatever wording or
Yeah.
terminology
You're
you
not
want to
attracted
use,
to that.
not attra-
Yeah.
you're not going to go and make that first
No.
conversation.
No, I mean in the dating scene, no. Yeah. Yeah,
So it
absolutely.
definitely, although like you're saying, we're told not to judge a book by its cover,
Mm,
we do.
mm. I mean, even colours are such a huge thing. Like, I recently bought some new sports gear for our son for the other colours of his football team. And just because they had that highlight of yellow in, oh, also for our branding actually, for his football team, he was like, wow, mum, that is so cool.
Mm,
Like, he's already thinking, wow, I'm going to look so cool representing my football team
mhm,
colours just because of the colours in the outfit. Like, so what you wear can really empower you. And like you say, like I think when people wear red, they feel like, oh, really special. And that
right.
little black dress, you can't go wrong with that little black dress. It's your go-to.
So how do you think then? Because you've been very open about this, so you won't mind me saying you're going through perimenopause at the moment,
Mm,
and you've been doing lots of talking and
mm.
educating pieces and that sort of stuff. How do you think that affects then what you wear at work? Because
Oh
you
yeah.
talked before about weight going up and down and bloating and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean I've really noticed like getting larger across like my tummy. So like any non-stretch trousers have had to be slightly the top button has been undone. And the top has been tucked in and bagged out to hide it. Like, yeah, and it's just so uncomfortable. Like, you can't fully focus when you're uncomfortable. Like, even if I'm doing a talk or anything, I've made sure that I'm looking smart but comfortable.
Right.
If I'm there forever fidgeting around, it's the last thing you need to be worrying about.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, with my body shape changing, like during that time, yeah, being comfortable at work is so huge. Like I've been lucky I haven't had the hot sweats, but when I'm offering the new clothing to teams, I'm saying, you might want that thinner blouse for the ladies going through that time in their lives. And it's just nice to think that they're being considered because
mm.
it is not nice to go through from what people have said. It's very uncomfortable. It's embarrassing and you don't need to add to the list of feeling uncomfortable and embarrassed. So to have your you know y- your place of work consider what you're wearing is it would be really nice and
Must make them feel quite special in a
well
weird way, especially
yeah
if they hadn't had that before. Especially like because we offer a lot of ladies fit options as well in a lot of the brands.
yeah, like another company yeah, they've got a new lady starting. She came to the showroom to try everything on. They're a male-based company, in construction, and they had a lady joining. So I said, "Have her come down to the showroom," and she was like, "Wow, I've never experienced anything like this," and we
Mm,
were having a good chin wag, and it was great. Yeah, now she's really comfortable in what she wants to wear, and then I called the owner and I said, "This is what we discussed, this is what she's tried on," and he's like, "Great, if you think that's all right." And just sort of gone with what we've discussed and tried on. And
mm,
it's nice that he can put his trust in us for his team, and that I know that she's going to feel comfortable in what she's chosen.
mm,
So it's within their color scheme. It's the lady versions of what they've had in for the guys in the team, and or we've found a shape and size that fits and suits. So yeah, it is nice to be considered that women have a different shape to men.
yes.
And then our shape
A
can
much more attractive
change.
shape than men's.
Well, yeah. Um, so yeah, it's just nice to be considered. And I mean, that's another thing, isn't it? When the sizing in clothes, I don't like to shop in certain retailers when the sizing comes up really small. I
Yeah.
refuse to shop in Topshop. I know it's closed now, but like, I think you can still get it online, or when you could. I won't shop in there. I've got to upsize at least a size or two.
Yeah.
And I know it's just a number, and I even say to other people it's only a number, but
It can be a
it's not. It's
psychological
it's not
thing to
very
it, can't there? I mean, I
nice.
know myself when I've gone up in a
Mm,
jean size or something, or you've gone from
yeah,
a large to an extra large, and you're like, oh,
yeah, yeah. It's
so it's
it's
not nice.
psychological, isn't it? How it affects you. So I think that's a really interesting one to that number, that size could make a difference mentally as to how you feel.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I find that interesting.
And I think this same sort of topic, but slightly off on a tangent a little bit. But I find that talking about how things make you feel when I
Yeah,
do a phone call, the
yeah.
people in the office hate it because
You have to walk
I
around it.
have to stand up.
Mm,
I start standing, and then I
yeah.
start pacing, and then I start doing like I must do about 10,000 steps a day just on the phone, just walking around in loops, kind of thing. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I feel more
Well, it's proven to be more
powerful. Not
empowered,
not
isn't
not
it?
powerful. That's the wrong word, but
Well,
yeah, more
empowered.
empowering. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you were slouched on a sofa, would you really be concentrating?
yeah.
Does
So
make sense,
top
doesn't
tip
it?
for anyone that's scared or nervous on the phone:
Yeah.
pick up the phone,
Mm.
stand up, and move around,
Yeah.
and your
Mm.
blood's flowing better. You feel
Mm.
you can think more clearly, and you will
Yeah.
seem more and appear more confident on the phone.
Yeah.
So, quick tip there.
Yeah. I mean, that goes back to when you're in the car. I did a post about this recently. When you're in the car, do you have to turn down the music to concentrate?
No, I'll turn it up.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, no, I
I
don't
have to
know.
turn it down, but this year I'm really trying to keep the music on normal when I'm really concentrating, because how does that work?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but
I think it's an age
somehow
thing.
I'm concentrating. Shh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's an age thing. Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like you say, standing up, that changes, makes you feel more empowered. Clothing also affects your behavior, your attitude, like your personality almost,
Mm.
like, oh, look at me in my fancy heels and dress. Like,
Yeah.
you naturally be silly. Um, and like you say, it can totally help with your confidence and the way that you interact with customers. It is so important.
Mm.
So, yeah, I find it rather fascinating, to be honest. So yeah, I think it's really interesting. Like the fact that that just does that the clothing can change the way you feel. It's actually got a proper word for it.
Oh, I feel like we're going to hear it now.
It's called enclothed cognition.
Is that a made up and half word or what? What is it actually?
Yeah, but it is. We
Enclosed
all know.
cognition.
Like when you felt down or whatever, or you can't be bothered, you're like, go on, get a shower, get dressed, and you'll feel fabulous. You'll feel better.
You've
You always
enclosed
do.
cognitioned.
You'll feel enclothed cognition.
That is just some smart ass in a room that's come up with a random name, that, isn't it?
Well, I didn't make it
Honestly.
up.
Jeez.
um, so yeah, it does make a difference.
So,
So
how does my outfit make you feel then?
just cash,
Yeah, I'm wearing
cash.
granddad jeans today. I forgot I was doing the podcast.
I know where you're from. Okay, you know
Oh,
where
okay,
I'm
yeah. Oh,
from.
sorry. I thought you meant. I
Oh,
think you meant something else. Okay, right.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, I know where you've come from.
But how are people on the just listening going to know that? You know where I'm from because
Of your branded
there we go. You
garments.
see, if they're not
Yeah.
listening, if they're not watching, so they're not going to know that.
Oh right, yeah. Okay,
Imagine
no
your radio,
visuals.
radio.
Yeah, yeah. Got face for radios, haven't we?
So yeah, and a
um,
belly for it now.
yeah, snap. But yeah, it's so important. Even if you just had a little like branded bag, people can know where you're from,
Hmm.
or a little beanie.
I
It's
feel like
just
you're selling now. You've switched into Helen's sales mode.
no,
Yeah.
but it's so like it's just such little things, and like teams love it when they get the beanies.
Hmm.
They're so like such a little thing, but it keeps them so much warmer.
Right.
And everyone, well, maybe it's a bloke thing when as your hair gets less,
Hey,
keeps you warm.
Reed, what are you pointing to me for?
Well, we're commenting on my figure,
I
so
never commented on your
I'm
figure at all,
commenting on your
actually.
hair.
You commented on your figure. Now you've taken the privilege to comment on my hair.
But
Um,
yeah, no, I think just as I just find it fascinating, like, the power of what you wear can affect you, like, at work so much.
oh, I really wanted to sing a song then.
Oh,
But
go on then, it's usually
I forgot I
me.
was on radio. I was on mic'd up, and I thought, no one wants to hear that. That song, I Got the Power. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we could dub it in somehow
Oh,
afterwards.
what from you could do the one from the Gladiators. I got the power.
That's not the Gladiators, is it?
I thought it was. We only watched it last night on catch up, so maybe
I
that's
don't think it is.
Oh, okay. Let's move
Dear
on.
God. Making up words and you're making up songs now, aren't you? So we've got a
But
bit of a
yeah.
dilemma at the moment, haven't we? Going off on a tangent.
What's
So we
that?
we we want to go away for a few days for
Oh,
like my
yeah.
birthday and your birthday. That's something.
Yeah, just
Nothing extravagant. Just somewhere a bit of a break.
well, it'd be we're thinking our first time without our son,
Yeah. Well,
really.
I'm happy with that. I
So
mean,
it's
it's probably
a short but sweet vacation,
vacation,
without our son.
but we priced up going away in the UK
Mm.
versus a short break in somewhere like Spain, for example. That was
Yep.
just a random destination, and
Mm.
it comes out cheaper
Mm.
to go to Spain than it does to be in the UK,
Mm.
which is I'm quite shocked about. And I want to keep the money
Well,
within the UK because I think
mm,
that the UK is struggling at the moment. So I think it'd be great to
yeah.
keep the money within and support
Mm.
other businesses. But it's really hard when it's so expensive.
Well, and it's a weather thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't really wanna be stuck inside with you for that time as well. At least
Bloody
I
hell.
can
So I've
walk
been
off to the
insulted over my
beach.
belly. I've been insulted on my clothing, my hair. Jeez. That you wouldn't say hello to me in a pub or bar. Wow.
Didn't say that at
Confidence
all.
level has gone.
I didn't say that at all.
You did.
I was just making comments.
I said, "Hey, how you doing?" You went, "No, I'm all right, thanks." um. So yeah, we're unsure what to do, aren't we?
Yeah. Any
Like,
ideas, let us know, or any quick, close trips away that you've done
well,
that you'd
I would really
recommend
like I would
in
really like to.
springtime?
I would really like to go somewhere in the UK that
Mm.
is a lodge or a cabin in a
Mm.
forest.
Yeah. That doesn't cost
Yeah,
£3,000.
with
That's the
that.
thing.
And there's a couple of the caveats that it's not surrounded by other human beings because I've gone to a forest to get away from human
A
beings.
one-person hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, and then you
I
look
know.
literally to the right of you, and there's another six of them.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
Um,
Yeah.
and uh, what was my other caveat? I can't remember what it was now. You're throwing me off.
Sorry, I did butt in there, didn't I?
You're really good at butting in, you are.
I do apologise.
You're like
Does
a
it need to be
rhino.
within a certain
Charge.
radius? I mean, it can't be at
No.
the top of Scotland, really, if you're going for
Well,
2 or
no,
3
that's true. So
days.
probably like 3 hours away at most from West
Yeah.
Midlands.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
but yeah, somewhere so like in a forest kind of thing, really, where you sort of
Mm.
get away for a little bit. Oh, that was
Mm.
it. But there's not like camping because I like
Oh, you
some
don't like
basic
camping?
amenities
I
like a
wouldn't mind
toilet and
camping.
um, a nice bed and things. So, but I don't
Mm.
mind if it's like off grid in terms of like,
Mm.
there's not really much electricity and stuff and there's no heating other than a gas fire. I'm happy with that. It's
Mm.
fine.
Mm.
So if you know anywhere that's a bit different
Mm.
like that,
Send your ideas in.
let us know if you've been somewhere like that before.
Yeah.
It'd be good to take the camera, the drone, because we've got a new drone now. Got
Oh,
a new
he's got his
fancy
new
piece of kit.
toy. Mm.
Yes, I have.
Mm.
So just learning that at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, already getting people saying, "Can you come and do a shoot for it? Can you come? Can we have some drone footage now?" Not yet, not yet, not
Yeah,
yet.
just gotta perfect the
um,
yeah.
so yeah, it would just be good if anyone knows anything. Oh, but likewise as well, if anyone's been on a short break that isn't going to cost the earth, somewhere in Europe,
Mm.
just any ideas because we're a bit stuck what to
Mm.
do, but we
Yeah.
know we want to do something for maybe 3 nights.
Mm.
Uh, Let's just something bit different, just a bit of me and you time. I
Mm.
wonder how much work we'll end up doing.
Oh, I know.
But just the
Might have to
idea of
be
it
no
anyway.
laptops allowed, mind you, that already makes me feel a bit apprehensive.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
That's bad, isn't it?
But uh, but it'd be nice, I think. Well,
Mm.
different. Not something we've done
Yeah.
before, especially at the
Yeah.
lad as well.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
any
Yeah.
ideas? Let us know.
Short breaks away, not too far away.
Oh, that's
Mm.
another jingle, isn't it? We've got a few little segments to this podcast.
Yeah. No, that'd be nice, and it's needed, yeah. Mm.
It is because that,
Mm.
like I said before, I don't mean to be ungrateful, but the last one seems like it
Mm.
was forever ago.
Mm. Mm. Need a bit of sunshine, don't we?
Yeah, I'm paling up.
Yeah.
I'm paling up now.
Might need to get my bottle out. Fake tan.
You fake tan before you go on holiday?
Mm. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, now everyone knows. Thanks a lot.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? You go from white to brown
Patchy,
before you've been on
patchy
holiday.
cankles
Wait,
and elbows.
it's the fact that you go from white to brown before you've been on holiday.
No, I've caught the sun as soon as we got off the plane.
No, before you've gone on holiday. That's on the run up to holiday. You're getting brown.
Yeah, it was just the
In
thought of the
December.
sunshine.
I'm
Yeah.
taking my vitamin D tablets. It's filling me with brown
Yeah,
skin.
yeah.
So,
But yeah, so that's just our little penny's worth from this week.
what are the key takeaways?
Oh, don't make me wrap it up. That what you wear affects you more than you think. It affects your mood, your attitude, how you feel yourself, and how others judge you rightly or wrongly. But, it's important to be able to feel comfortable as well as looking right for the occasion. I'm not telling you how to suck eggs, but comfort is huge. And if people can consider that within workwear, then that's something I'm really striving for. To people for people to be more open to teams being comfortable at work for their needs really, and not a one size fits all.
There you go. Wasn't that difficult, was it?
No, put on the spot.
Well, sometimes it's best to be put on the spot. When you rehearse these things, sometimes it just becomes a,
Yeah.
and
It's a,
then you're trying to remember what it is you have
yeah,
to say versus
yeah.
just, I'm great at just talking a load of shit and it
I
just sort
know.
of
Yeah,
rolls
you
off
were.
the tongue. And
Yeah.
you'll say, what was that? And,
What was
I
that?
don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, I can't remember.
Yeah,
That happens a lot, doesn't it? And I'm like, but why can't you remember?
I
You
can't.
just said it.
So, yeah, I think sometimes it's just better just to be put on the spot, let it come out versus trying to rehearse something. So,
Mm,
which we don't rehearse anything, because which, if you watch the podcast before, you will know it's
mm.
totally unrehearsed,
The waffle
unscripted.
probably gives it away.
The waffle.
Mm. Mm.
They're repeating each other. That adds another 10, 15 minutes to the podcast, which is great. Uh,
But I think we've given all that we can give there, haven't we? Yeah.
that feels like that should be another song as well.
Does it?
I don't know.
I've given all I can give. Your face is like, Jesus Christ, woman.
I don't know
Shut
why I
up.
queue it up for you, to be honest. I'd cringe for you. You're right, probably wouldn't come over to you in the bar. I'd think
I'm too busy singing.
I'd walk in your way, and all of a sudden you start singing, whoa, phone, oh, hello.
Don't leave me this way. Get a
Yeah,
grip,
I'd
woman.
be off on the phone. Yeah, all right, all right.
Yeah.
And then it start ringing. Oh, how embarrassing. So,
Oh, we're not at home now, Helen. Come
no.
along.
Right, so that's this week wrapped up then, I think. So
Yeah.
basically, look after yourselves.
Think about others and don't judge a book by its cover.
No, do judge your book by its cover.
No, but you shouldn't, but we do.
We do, so do. What are we saying here? Do or don't? I don't know. I'm confused with the messaging.
Look the part, but don't judge a book by its cover.
Right, okay. And on that note, that's it. I'll speak to you next week. Well, I'll speak to you in a few minutes, but for the purpose of the podcast, I'll speak to you next week.
Oh,
See you
dear.
later.
Bye bye.